What is crack-a-lack, and welcome back to another one here at Bar Time Outdoors, where we are going to, Lord willing, put a little spot and stock together. If y'all are watching this, we made it happen. We're shooting a rage hypodermic this morning. Let's get in the woods, see what we can't run into. Alright, we started at a spot up front, and I got a picture of a group of hogs back here in the back. And there's a turkey right here running. I've never shot a hog with my bow off this feeder back here in the back because it is so open all the way out to the feeder. But I've been pretty lucky here in the last couple times. We've been out hunting, getting close to them. Whoa, my hat looks like I'm running moonshine or something. So, anyway, we're gonna try and see if we can't get close. I don't know if we can. Also, I don't know if the hogs are still here. There's a whole lot of unknowns, but we're gonna walk out here and see if we can get some knowns for you guys. And if they're here, let the fun begin. Also, it's as wet as the ocean out here right now. Alright, there's a bunch of hogs on the feeder, but at the same time there's a crap ton of deer. So this is going to get real interesting real fast. Hopefully the deer will see me and run off without spooking the hogs. So we're going to see. I'm going to put an arrow in here and get after it. Walking through a creek here. Alright, so the deer see us, which is a good thing. Hopefully they'll live off. Didn't look like the loom dock lit up. I can't get a range in there. So we've got barbed wire around these feeders to keep the cows off of them. And I don't know if that was the problem when I was trying to range. It was bouncing off the barbed wire. I don't know. I couldn't get a good range. This pole right here was 18, and it looked like I shot him a little high right there. I don't think it's going to be good for the home team because he made it across that pasture right there. He stopped and kind of stumbled a little bit, and he wasn't running out of there super fast, unless he's just fat like me. But he kind of stopped and fumbled a little bit. And then the rest of the group met up with him, and they made it off in the off in the woods right there. But I couldn't get a really good range, so I figured 25-ish, and it looked like I hit him kind of a little high, maybe top of the lungs, and that's why he moseyed on off out there. But it did not look like I got a pass through, which is pretty wild because that is not a monster hog. They're probably 100-pound hogs. So we're just gonna wait here a little bit and see. But that was pretty cool. Like I said, this side over here is open. Not as open as I was thinking for some reason. There is some trees between us and them. Just one tree in specific. And thankfully all the deer blew out of here and didn't scare them. When that last one blew right there at the end, the hogs kind of hunkered down. But after that, they kept on going. So thankfully they did that. And I was able to get in here close enough. Yeah, there goes some hogs running across the pasture way over there. I don't know if the one I shot's in there or not. I'm gonna guess no, it's not, but I could see the group running. Some suckers stop, I'll go there and shoot another one of them. But anyway, so I ranged his corner post 18. I thought he was probably 23, 24.
and let it rip. My pin was on 25, so it might have been a little just too high. But anyway, back to this stalking situation. So made it through this ditch right here, parked not too far away. We probably got a little closer than I should have in the truck, and came through that ditch, and all the deer blew out of here, praise the Lord, and the hogs stayed, so we could get between us and this tree right here, and got kind of the whole group of hogs behind it where they couldn't really see us, and snuck up here. And the only thing that screwed us up, or else we would have been money golden boy, is this bob wire around this feeder. If that bob wire wasn't there, we could have got some, you know, some shots off farther out. But I kind of had to wait for them to get a little closer, because if they're too far, then I was good to shoot, but then they're all together. If they're close, then the bob wire wasn't on their vitals. Right at the feeder, the bob wire's right there at their vitals, to where I don't want to try to thread it through the bob wire into there and make a bad shot, which I might have done either way. So unfortunately, we're about to figure it out. But like I said, I don't think the luminoc lit up, so I couldn't really tell where it went. It broke good. I felt like everything was good. Just maybe looked a little high. He squealed real loud, like I got him good. So we're gonna give it a second here, and then walk up here to this feeder where he went out, and see if there's any blood, see if my arrow's still right there, and go from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the truck because the mosquitoes are so daggum bad. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need a blood transfusion. So if anybody knows what type of blood I am, that would be beneficial for the blood transfusion. I can't even speak, I'm so lightheaded. I mean, them daggum things were swooping in like pterodactyls. I thought I was in Jurassic World for a second. Anyway, I found some blood across that pasture, and it just went into that marsh on the backside. Whoa, 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 we almost lost you guys here. Let's reset this bad girl. All right, we're back. We had to move the camera over a little bit, and I'm holding it now, so sorry if it's really shaky, because my dash decided it doesn't want to be a tripod anymore. Hold that thought. Good grief, I'm falling apart in here. Lightheaded, I got to sneeze. Woo! I opened my door for 33 seconds, and there's 3,162 mosquitoes in here. Anyway, so we followed the blood into that bay head. It just got super wet, and there wasn't enough blood. I looked back on the footage on the camera. I haven't pulled it off yet, obviously, and it looked like he ducked. Typically hogs don't duck, but that group of hogs was so leery. I don't know what was going on with them. They were real antsy. They'd grunt, look around, like I don't know if they could smell me. There's not a whole lot of wind, but I don't know if they were catching a little bit of me here and there. Enough excuses. Hindsight always is 20/20. I should have waited till I got a really good range on those hogs, and that's my fault. I can blame my equipment all I want, but you know, I should have waited, been more patient. Those hogs are just getting antsy in my mind of ADHD-ness. I said, I gotta shoot them, and I gotta shoot them now. So unfortunately, it didn't work out. That hog is dead somewhere back in that bay head, but I should have made a better shot to where I could find that sucker. And so it should have made a good shot where he didn't even make it out of that pasture. But you live and you learn. That's part of hunting. Unfortunately, it's part of hunting. We don't lose very many, if hardly any, but every once in a while we're human, we screw it up, and it happens. I hate to see it happen, but it happens. It's a beautiful morning out here. I got my pedicure this morning. I got to rinse my toes out pretty good with this water that's flowing around out here. We've got a bunch of rain. Prayers to everybody in Texas that got all that rain down there. I know I'm joking about all this stuff, but that stuff down there is not a joking matter. Those kids, I think I read last night that there's 80 that have passed away, and by the time this video comes out, there might be even more. So unfortunately, prayers go out to those people. That is no fun. You send your kids to summer camp hoping for them to have a good time and make memories, not to never see them again. So anyway, get off the sad stuff, but praying for those people. So we're gonna throw our verse of the day here in the outro, because I'm not standing outside that truck anymore, because like I said, there's pterodactyls out there. Verse of the day today is going to be Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Sometimes we don't know everything that we're reading in the Bible, so I need to kind of go back and break this verse apart a little bit. Fulfill the law of Christ. the law was more prominent back then. Anyway, like I always said, I'm not trying to be your pastor because I couldn't pastor myself, let alone people on YouTube. So just trying to share some scripture with you guys. And unfortunately, this video didn't go the way we wanted it to go. We're not holding a big fluffy boar hog's ears and talking about it and getting some meat, but just having fun out here in the woods and showing you guys that it doesn't always work out. So if you're ever watching a YouTube channel and it does, that's because they cut those videos out. So, and I've thought about it. I've thought about cutting those videos out so I look really, really good, but it's not worth it. So anyway, y'all get out there and do something. We're all living on borrowed time. Appreciate every single one of y'all watching this video. Peace.